In 1945, a chicken named Mike proved that you literally do not need a head to survive. It sounds like a horror movie or an internet hoax, but Mike the Headless Chicken was very real, and he lived for a staggering 18 months after his head was completely chopped off. To understand how this biological impossibility happened, we have to go back to September 10, 1945, in Fruita, Colorado. A farmer named Lloyd Olson was sent out to the yard to bring back a chicken for dinner. He chose a 5.5-month-old Wyandotte chicken named Mike. Lloyd aimed his axe to chop off the head, but he was trying to leave as much neck meat as possible. That decision changed history. When the axe came down, it sliced off the bulk of the head, including the face and the eyes, but it missed the jugular vein. Crucially, it left the majority of the brainstem and one ear intact. In chickens, the brainstem is located quite low in the neck. Since the brainstem controls basic motor functions like breathing, heart rate, and reflex actions, Mike didn't die. He just stood up, shook off his feathers, and went back to being a chicken. At first, the farmer thought the bird would die overnight. He left Mike in a box on the porch. But the next morning, Lloyd found Mike sleeping with his neck tucked under his wing. He was alive, walking, and even trying to peck for food, though he obviously couldn't pick anything up. Lloyd felt guilty, or perhaps just amazed, and decided to keep him alive. He began feeding Mike a mixture of milk and water using an eyedropper, dropping it directly into his exposed esophagus. He also fed him small grains of corn. Word got out, and Miracle Mike became a sensation. People didn't believe it, so Lloyd took Mike to the University of Utah to have scientists confirm it wasn't a fake. Once confirmed, Mike hit the road. He toured sideshows across the United States, appearing in Time and Life magazines. People paid 25 cents to see the Headless Wonder. At the height of his fame, Mike was earning the equivalent of $50,000 a month in today's money. He was valued at $10,000 in 1945 currency. For 18 months, Mike thrived. He gained weight, growing from 2.5 pounds to nearly 8 pounds. He spent his days preening his feathers with a phantom beak and trying to crow, which sounded like a gurgle in his throat. However, the story has a tragic and ironic ending. In March 1947, while staying in a motel in Phoenix, Arizona, Mike started to choke in the middle of the night. Usually, the Olsons used a syringe to clear mucus from Mike's throat to help him breathe. But that night, they realized they had left the syringe at the sideshow booth. Before they could find an alternative, Mike suffocated. He survived the axe, but he couldn't survive a simple sore throat. Mike remains a legend in biology, proving just how resilient life can be, even when you lose your head. Subscribe for more history that is stranger than fiction.